It happens every single year. You wake up with a sudden wave of energy. You say to yourself, "This is it. Today I am changing my entire life. I am going to study English every day, eat clean food, read 50 books, and go to the gym every morning." For 3 days, you feel like a hero. You are full of passion and motivation. But on the 4th day, you wake up feeling tired. The excitement is gone. The bed feels too comfortable, and the work feels too heavy. You stop, you drop your goals, and you go back to your old routine. Motivation is a liar. Motivation gets you started on Monday, but it abandons you by Thursday. If you want true success, you do not need more motivation. You need unbreakable self-discipline. If you are ready to stop relying on temporary feelings and build real mental strength, stay right here. Close your eyes, relax your body, and absorb every single word in this masterclass lesson on Speak English Now. Before we dive into the secret brain mechanisms of discipline, take a quick second to press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend who struggles with consistency. Now, let us begin. Hello, and welcome to Speak English Now. Today, we are taking a deep dive into one of the most vital secrets of human achievement, self-discipline. Society teaches us a very misleading idea about success. Movies, social media videos, and inspirational speeches tell us that successful people wake up every morning feeling bursting with passion and motivation. We see people smiling at 5 in the morning, running in the rain, and working 16 hours a day with enthusiasm. Because of this myth, when you sit down to study or work and you do not feel excited, you assume there is something wrong with you. You think, "I don't feel like studying English today, so I guess I lost my passion." You wait for a magical feeling of motivation to return before you take action. But here's the hard, cold psychological truth. Motivation is an emotion. It is just like happiness, sadness, anger, or excitement. Emotions are temporary chemical waves inside your brain. They change constantly based on how much sleep you got, what you ate, the weather outside, or a random thought in your head. Relying on motivation to achieve your lifelong dreams is like building a house on top of ocean waves. When the sea is calm, the house stands. When the storm comes, the house washes away. Self-discipline, on the other hand, is the ability to perform a task regardless of your emotional state. Discipline means you do the work when you are excited, and you do the work when you are bored, tired, or unmotivated. Discipline is the rock that stays solid when emotional waves crash against it. Today, we will learn how to build that rock inside your mind. To master self-discipline, you must accept a fundamental rule of the human condition. Life is painful. There is no path on this planet that is free of discomfort. However, human beings have the power to choose which type of pain they want to experience. In life, you will inevitably face one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Let us look at the first path, the pain of discipline. The pain of discipline is immediate, but it is small and temporary. It is the mild discomfort of waking up 30 minutes earlier to listen to an English lesson on Speak English Now. It is the small sacrifice of putting your phone away while studying or declining a piece of cake when you are trying to be healthy. This pain lasts for an hour or a day, but it leads directly to strength, pride, and personal freedom. Now let us look at the second path, the pain of regret. The pain of regret happens when you choose immediate comfort over daily effort. You spent years scrolling on social media, avoiding hard work and making excuses. At first, it feels comfortable, but 10 or 20 years later, you wake up and realize you wasted your potential. You see others achieving your dreams, while you remained in the same spot. The pain of regret weighs 1,000 tons, and unlike the pain of discipline, the pain of regret lasts for the rest of your life. Disciplined individuals understand this trade-off deeply. Every single morning, when they feel the temptation to be lazy, they remind themselves, "I must choose my pain today. Will it be the small weight of discipline or the crushing mountain of regret?" Choose your pain wisely. Why do most people fail when they try to build new discipline habits? Psychologists have discovered that most people focus on the wrong level of change. They focus on outcomes instead of focusing on identity. An outcome is a goal you want to achieve, such as "I want to speak fluent English" or "I want to lose 10 kilograms. An identity is who you believe you are at your deepest subconscious level. Consider 2 people who are offered a cigarette while trying to quit smoking. The first person says, "No thanks, I am trying to quit." This sounds polite, but inside their mind they still view themselves as a smoker who is forcibly resisting temptation. Their identity has not changed, so their willpower will eventually break. The second person says, "No thanks, I am not a smoker."
This is a massive psychological difference. This person does not view smoking as an option because it contradicts their core identity. Resisting the cigarette requires zero willpower for them. You must apply this exact identity shift to your personal goals. Stop telling yourself, I am trying to learn English on Speak English Now. Start telling yourself, I am a disciplined language learner. Listening and practicing every day is simply who I am. When you align your daily actions with a strong positive identity, self-discipline ceases to feel like a painful punishment. It becomes a natural reflection of your character. Every small action you take is a vote for the person you wish to become. Did you know that your brain consumes a massive amount of physical energy simply by making choices? Every single choice you make throughout the day, what to wear, what to eat for breakfast, when to start working, which video to watch, drains your mental energy. Psychologists call this phenomenon decision fatigue. By the time evening arrives, your brain has made thousands of micro-decisions. It becomes exhausted. When an exhausted brain faces a choice between a hard task like studying English and an easy task like watching television, it will always choose the easy task to save energy. Undisciplined people rely on real-time decisions. They sit down at their desk and ask themselves, should I study now or should I check my email first? What subject should I review? Because they have to make choices in the moment, decision fatigue sets in, resistance wins, and procrastination follows. Disciplined people destroy decision fatigue through the power of strict routines and systems. They do not negotiate with themselves every morning. They create a clear schedule the night before. They decide in advance, at 8 a.m. I will open Speak English Now and listen for 30 minutes. When 8 a.m. arrives, they do not think, debate, or choose. They simply execute the plan like a reliable soldier. Systemize your decisions so that your discipline becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. Self-discipline is not just a mental battle fought inside your head. It is heavily influenced by the physical environment you create around yourself. Human behavior is governed by the principle of least effort. Your brain naturally inclines toward the action that requires the lowest amount of physical and mental friction. If you want to build strong discipline, you must use friction to your advantage. You must increase friction for bad habits and decrease friction for good habits. Let us look at an example. Imagine you want to stop checking your smartphone first thing in the morning. If your phone sits on your nightstand right next to your pillow, the friction to reach it is nearly zero. You will pick it up automatically before your logical brain even wakes up. Now imagine you place your phone in another room across the house before going to sleep. When your alarm rings, you have to get out of bed, walk across the cold floor, and open a door to get your phone. You have added physical friction. That extra 10 seconds of effort gives your logical brain enough time to step in and say, no, let's start the morning productively instead. The exact same rule applies to your positive goals. If you want to study English every day on Speak English Now, make the friction zero. Keep your learning materials open on your desk. Bookmark your favorite listening lessons on your browser. Prepare your headphones the night before. When the path to good habits is smooth and frictionless, discipline becomes effortless. A major trap that ruins self-discipline for high-achieving individuals is perfectionism. Many people possess an all-or-nothing mindset. They think that if they cannot study for 2 hours straight, do a perfect workout, and follow their schedule 100%, then the entire day is a complete failure. If they miss one day of studying due to an emergency or fatigue, they feel ruined and abandon their goals for 3 weeks. Perfectionism is the stealthy enemy of discipline. True discipline is not about being 100% perfect every single day of your life. True discipline is about consistency over long periods of time. Consider the 80% rule. If you follow your discipline routine 80% of the time throughout the year, you will achieve incredible, life-changing progress. If you have a chaotic, difficult day where you cannot complete your full 2-hour English lesson, do not throw away the whole day. Do a micro version of your habit instead. Listen to just 5 or 10 minutes of Speak English Now. Doing a small amount on a bad day is 10 times more valuable than doing a large amount on a good day. Why? Because doing something small preserves your daily momentum. It keeps your identity intact. It proves to your subconscious mind that even on your worst days, you are still a disciplined person who never misses twice in a row. We live in an era of constant hyperstimulation. Modern entertainment, fast-paced media, and endless digital notifications have trained our brains to expect non-stop excitement every single second of the day. Because of this high expectation for entertainment, real life often feels deeply boring. Learning a language, building a business, mastering a medical skill, or practicing a craft requires performing repetitive, quiet, and unglamorous work over months and years. Here's a profound secret shared by world-class achievers. The ultimate test of self-discipline is the ability to endure boredom. At the beginning of any new venture, work feels exciting, but after a few weeks, the novelty wears off. The work becomes repetitive. This is the exact point where average people quit and go searching for a new, exciting distraction. Successful individuals do not quit when boredom arrives. They accept boredom as a normal price of mastery. They understand that repetitive practice is the exact mechanism that builds deep neural pathways in the brain. When you sit down to listen to long-form lessons on Speak English Now, and your mind whispers, this is getting repetitive, let us do something else, smile and recognize that moment. That moment of boredom is the real training ground. If you can push through that boredom and complete your work, you are building elite levels of mental stamina that will place you ahead of 99% of people. We have reached the final chapter of our comprehensive guide to self-discipline today. Many people look at disciplined individuals with pity. They think, look at that person. They work so hard, follow strict rules, and restrict themselves. Their life must be so rigid, stressful, and miserable. This is a complete misunderstanding of human nature. People who lack discipline are not free. They are slaves. If you lack discipline, you're a slave to your temporary moods, a slave to your cravings, a slave to social media notifications, and a slave to immediate comfort. You want to speak English, but your lack of discipline prevents you. You want a better career, but your lack of discipline traps you in place. That is true imprisonment. Self-discipline is the ultimate key to true personal freedom. When you possess self-discipline, you gain complete mastery over your mind and your time. You gain the power to set a goal and know with absolute certainty that you will achieve it. You sleep at night with a quiet mind, free from guilt, knowing that you gave your best effort to the day. Build your discipline step by step. Treat your mind with respect, forgive your minor mistakes, and stay consistent with your daily practice on Speak English Now. You hold the pen to your future, and with self-discipline, you can write a legendary story. Thank you for listening to this masterclass on Speak English Now. You are doing an extraordinary job with your English journey. Every single minute you invest in listening, your mind becomes sharper, stronger, and more fluent. You did it. You finished this entire 2,500 word lesson. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. See you in the next part.